Hey everybody, welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends J.Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man No Way Home.
World launch investigations into the murderer known as Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, aka the web-headed war criminal who for years has been terrorizing the decent citizens of New York.
Absolutely love J.K. Simmons playing the role of J.Jonah Jameson. I think he nailed it. And I think they made a perfect choice casting him as J.Jonah Jameson.
Where you been? Looking for you all morning. Why don't you pay your phone bill? Mad scientist goes berserk and we don't have pictures. Where were you? Photographing squirrels? You're fired.
Chief, the planetarium party.
Oh, right. You're unfired. I need you. Come here.
Alright, we get a closer look at the side of the box here. Same artwork on the other side. And we have the same artwork on this side. If you're unfamiliar with this wave, it builds the Armadillo Build-A-Figure. And some of the other figures in the wave are Integrated Suit Spider-Man, Black and Gold Suit Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, J.Jonah Jameson, Gamerverse Miles Morales, Morlun, and Marvel's Shriek. So far, we already did a review on Integrated Suit, Black and Gold Suit, and the Gamerverse Miles Morales. If you want to check those out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Can't wait to get this Armadillo Build-A-Figure finally assembled. Take me a long time to actually get through this wave, but only a few more figures to go, and then this full wave is complete, and on to the next. There is also a quick read-up on the back that says, behind the anchor desk on the Daily Bugle website, Jameson does everything he can to sling mud at his greatest adversary, Spider-Man. Fantastic. That's pretty much it for packaging. We'll be right back with this guy out of packaging so we can get a closer look. Alright, we have J.Jonah Jameson outside of the package. For accessories, he comes with 2 open hands. You can see a bit of detail in the overall sculpt of these. I thought it was pretty cool too that he actually has a wedding band on his finger. First time I can really remember seeing a Marvel Legend with a wedding ring, so pretty cool detail. And he also comes with an angry head sculpt, which is pretty cool. Definitely has a likeness to J.K. Simmons. I think it looks pretty awesome. Hair, I mean, I think they could have did the hair a little bit better, but the overall face sculpt, man, I think it's fantastic. He also comes with the left arm for the Armadillo Build-A-Figure, and like I previously mentioned, I can't wait to get this guy fully assembled. I've had this wave almost since release, so it's been a long time trying to get through this full wave. So let's get a closer look at good old JJ. Love the head sculpt that he comes with in the package. I think they nailed it, man. Definitely an awesome head sculpt, and definitely has a likeness to J.K. Simmons. Hopefully the camera picks up all the awesome detail on his face. We can see the cool detail in his eyes. We can see some wrinkles on his forehead, wrinkles on his face. And we can even see the detail in his mustachio. Hair kind of looks a bit cheap. Not overly a fan of these suited figures. They're pretty much all the same thing anyways. Complete reuse for almost all of these. We can see a little bit of a design into his suit. He has one button done up. And they actually put the little hole for his other button, which I thought it was pretty cool. Be cool if they put a bit of paint over the button. And we can also see some buttons in his shirt in behind. I think that's pretty cool as well. Some wrinkles in the overall suit. We have the seam going in through, and when we get to the pants, we can see some wrinkles in the pants as well. There's a weird, like, oily white residue on this one too. On the lower body, upper body's fine, which is kind of weird. Definitely going to give this guy a quick figure bath. That's pretty much it. The only thing I don't like so far, see there the bicep swivel? Look at the huge gap there. I think that's pretty weird, man. Other than that, not a whole lot really stands out on this one. We can see him behind there, they actually took the time to paint his belt. His belt is black, and we can see that they actually took the time to paint his buckle as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. Other than that, no real paint on this one, just basically plain plastic. That's pretty much it for a closer look. Let's go over articulation. So for his head, it goes back this far, goes down this far. Pretty decent range of motion. There is a little bit of side to side to get a full rotation there as well. His shoulders are stiff, but they do manage to go up this far. There is a full rotation all the way around. There's a bicep swivel. Double joint pin elbows, which you get a fantastic range of motion out of. And for his wrist, this wrist actually goes up and down. Definitely restricted by his jacket though. Our 3 hands go back and forth and all the way around. Under his jacket, he do have a ball joint for the torso. The plastic that he used on his jacket is pretty stiff, so you can't get any range of motion at all. You do get a full rotation at the waist though. There is a nice swivel here. His legs do come out this far, so pretty restricted. Go forward this far, which is pretty average. Back this far, somewhat restricted. There is double jointed pin knees, which you get a decent range of motion of. There's an upper thigh cut as well. And for his ankles, it goes back this far, but a little bit restricted going forward. And there is a rocker, and you get a full rotation all the way around. So, average articulation, I guess. We don't really get a whole lot of articulation from these suited figures. I do like how he has the pointing finger, because this guy's always angry, always stressed out, always telling someone off. So, I think the pointing finger is a nice touch for this guy. Looks awesome. I was going to change them out a bit, but I think you guys get the rough idea. I mean, you guys seen these hands on most of these figures before anyways. Whereas here, we'll just do a side-by-side comparison. I was actually going to pop this one on, but I think it's just as easy to do a side-by-side comparison. We have a side-by-side, nice back bald head. Pretty cool overall. I think both of these head sculpts are actually pretty decent. Alright, for comparisons, I'm not going to do a whole lot of comparisons for this one. I was going to dig out all my suited figures, but I think we pretty much get the rough idea. A lot of reuse on this, not a whole lot has changed. So it would be just like comparing apples to apples. A little bit shorter, a little bit of a smaller build, and a little bit of a different design in his jacket. Alright, just to do two more quick comparisons, here he is next to Peter Parker. You can see that J. Jonah Jameson is just a tiny bit taller, and obviously he's a little bit taller than Spider-Man as well. He may be a bit taller than Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but he's still on the smaller side for the 6-inch Marvel Legends. We'll do one more side-to-side comparison to a regular size Spider-Man, and this is the Spider-Man 2099. And we can see that J. Jonah Jameson is in fact a little bit smaller than Spider-Man. Not a whole lot though, I thought he was actually a lot smaller, but he's just a tad bit smaller. For some reason this figure just feels really small when you're looking at him. Can't do a comparison without doing the actual comic book or the animated series version of J. Jonah Jameson. From what I can tell, these guys have the same lower body, same shoes and all that good stuff. Upper body's a tad bit different, but overall I think these guys are pretty much the same size. I still don't have these out of the package. I don't think I'll ever open up these Spider-Man animated series. If I can find some doubles of these, I'll definitely pick some up. But as for right now, I actually like keeping these on the card. I am not a inbox collector by any means, but it's just something about the Spider-Man animated series figures that I just can't bring myself to open up. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up our unboxing and figure review. Out of 10, I'm going to give this guy a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely would score lower, but I think Hasbro did a fantastic job with both head sculpts. Like I previously mentioned, I'm not the biggest fan of these suited figures. They look really cheap. The joints on this one feel really sloppy and really cheap. It just feels cheap, looks cheap. Other than the fact of being a fan of the movie, there's nothing about this that actually makes me excited to have this one in my collection. The best thing about this figure is the two amazing head sculpts like I previously mentioned. Definitely got a likeness to J.K. Simmons, and I think they did a fantastic job on them. Tons of detail on the face. I like the shirt in behind, but everything else is pretty plain. Not a fan of the plastic. A lot of hard edges around the plastic, a lot of issues with the mold, and overall, it's just not that visually appealing. So I think 7.5 out of 10 is a fair score for this one. So as always, let me know in the comments below what you think of our review, what you think of this figure, and if you guys had rated out of 10, what would you give it? If you liked the review, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, and that subscribe button is there as well if you guys want to subscribe to the channel. As always, we hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys. And Jonah comes complete with a nose-picking finger. Look at that, awesome. The biggest selling point of this figure is obviously the awesome head sculpt and the fact that Jonah can pick his own nose.